Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the monthly podcast. Today we're doing a podcast kind of about YouTube, but we also have a special guest here, Coming Clean Gaming. Do you want to just give a real quick shout out to your channel, what you do?
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me on this podcast. I'm very happy to be here. I have a YouTube channel called Coming Clean Gaming. I cover mostly Toys to Life games and other more or less family-friendly games, mostly. It's kind of focused on Skylanders at the moment, hence I'm in this podcast, I guess.
Yep. And today's podcast, like I just said, guys, is we're going to kind of be going over, kind of like, I guess you could say, behind-the-scenes stuff and what it is really like to make content. We're both pretty avid content creators. We both enjoy doing it. So we're just going to kind of tell you guys kind of what it's like, kind of behind-the-scenes stuff. And if you're interested in that, then let's get right into the podcast. So actually, the way I want to start this is, I kind of want to give real quick stories about how we both started YouTube. So, Coming Clean, do you want to start off how you became a YouTuber or started making content?
Yeah, sure. I can go first.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sort of slightly older than your average SkyTuber. I'm in my mid-30s, but I've been playing video game for, almost my entire life, since I was 7 or something like that. And when YouTube became a thing, and I guess it all started with me having to wanting to do something with my hobby. If you check out my channel info, you can actually see that it started in 2016. That's when I created my channel, but I didn't upload anything. It's actually started with me wanting to do content for Star Wars Battlefront, the first game, not Battlefront 2, the game that came sort of a couple of years ago, but the first game. Because when I play video games online, I do that. I perform, averagely, on an intermediate level, but for some reason it went really well for me in the Starfighter Assault mode in that game. So I wanted to make a guide for that game, but I never really got around to it because I didn't have any editing software. And then more or less the years went by, and I started getting into Toys to Life games, and that's sort of a story in itself, so I'll leave that for another time. But my channel started with making guides for Disney Infinity 3.0. I'm sure you and many of the listeners are aware of that you can make your own levels in Disney Infinity 3.0, and it's sort of light programming. So I made tutorials for various stuff. You can still find those videos on my channel, the first videos I created. Just scroll all the way down to the bottom. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was fun, but then I just suddenly made a video called Getting into Skylanders in 2021, because I just had bought a bunch of Skylanders stuff. So I just made a video for my current viewer base. And it sort of blew a little bit because someone shared the video on the Skylanders Reddit. So I got new subscribers and everything just went from there. And I started to really focus in on the Skylanders content, because that's a really lively community and with thousands of people still playing the game all over the world. I think it's kind of cool. I think that briefly sums everything up.
Yeah, and my story is, I guess, pretty quick. As you guys know, my channel, my Skylander Gamer TV channel, only dates back to April 2020, but I didn't actually start YouTube there. I had another channel, which I probably won't name, because really there's nothing there to see, but I had that channel since 2015. I'd upload like maybe once every 3 months on it, and they were pretty bad uploads anyway, and I just kind of stepped away from it. And then eventually, because of the events of last year, because we were all stuck inside, I remembered Skylanders, and I thought, I'm gonna play them again. And then, like, the reason why that happened, though, was because, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of Survivor. Love the TV show. Can't wait for the next season to come out. September 22nd is when it come out. That's all I'm saying. But I'm a big fan of the show. And so I was, like, looking up, like, Skylanders Survivor to see if anything would come up. Not really thinking much. And then Crash Skylanders Survivor series came up. And I watched that. And that's kind of what got me back into Skylanders, actually, which is kind of weird now that I think about it. But yeah, then I decided to make a channel in April of last year, and it's done pretty well since then. But yeah, that's my story of how I came to be on YouTube. My first ever channel was in 2015. 5 years later, I made another channel. So yeah, that's about. Yeah.
It's a funny story. You made a video about this, right? About 5 months ago. I watched it.
Yeah, I
Why
think,
I started this a
yeah, I
channel.
think so. Yeah, no,
It's
it's a pretty
a great
weird
video.
story. It's a pretty weird
Yeah,
story,
yeah,
but
yeah. But it's interesting. If you want to hear a more thorough story, you can
yeah,
check
go
that
watch
video
that
out.
video. All right, so let's talk about right now what it's like to make videos. So, like for me, I definitely like will go days without like not even writing the script for video or editing the video because I'm gonna take breaks, every now and again. That's why I don't upload every single day. I used to upload every single day, and while the videos
Yeah.
weren't as good as quality as they are now, it was still hard to maintain a daily upload
Yeah.
schedule. I was spending all my time doing that. I wasn't talking to my friends. I wasn't really talking to my family all that much. I was just uploading video after video after video. And while it helped the channel, it didn't help me personally.
Yeah.
So I had to kind of step away from that. And that's why I don't make videos every day anymore. I try to.
Yeah.
I try to make videos like maybe like you'll get 3-4 videos every week, but that's kind of how it is for me right now. How about you?
Yeah, I remember actually about your stuff when your channel sort of turned big when you have 2,000, 3,000 subscribers, something like that. And back then you uploaded almost every day. And so this is impressive because you seem to always have something interesting to say about the game. I remember one video, it was called, I think it was called ranking the cover art of the Skylanders games. And then I thought, okay, this guy has to run out of ideas soon if you're gonna keep
I
this.
made a video ranking the cover art. And I was like, I've kind of stepped away from ranking videos, except for obviously ranking each Skylanders level. I want to make more ranking videos, but the thing is, I just can't think of stuff to rank that hasn't already been done. I don't want to do ranking every single Swap Force Skylander, ranking every single Trap Master, ranking every single Giant. It's already been done before. I want to try to make videos that haven't been done before. That's why I make videos like expensive Skylanders, cheap Skylanders, ranking every level. Well, I think it's actually been done before. I don't think it was done in the exact style of how I did it. I try to keep it as original as possible. That's why I did iceberg videos. You know what I'm saying? So
I remember.
I try to keep the content original, and I think you do too. Like how you ranked Skylanders based on how likely they are to actually exist, like the biology of the Skylanders. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, don't think that's been done before. I do that because I'm a high school science teacher. That's what I do for a living.
Mm-hmm.
I have a master's degree in biology, so I thought it would be a fun idea to rank the Skylanders based on how realistic their designs are. Yeah, not saying that they went for realism when they designed them, of course.
I wish I could do something like that. So like, oh, this is my job. This is what I and I can use that to make videos. But right now I'm in high school. I don't have a job yet, so I can't like. But yeah, I mean, ranking videos might come back eventually, but I only am going to do ranking videos if it's something original. I'm going to make every single Skylander rank once I get every single actual Skylander that is in Series 2, Chase Fairing or whatever. Yeah. That's still very, very far away. And actually, I was planning, here's a little behind the scenes, I was planning on doing ranking every Skylanders Academy episode, but it is way too hard to upload Skylanders Academy content without getting copyright strike. And it just wasn't worth it, I don't think. And even if you try to record the episodes like on your computer, it won't record them. Like it'll black out the actual like Netflix part, which is cool, So I mean, I was planning on doing every single Skylanders Academy episode ranked, but I kind of just threw that in the trash once I realized that it's just not worth it. And like, I don't want to make like a slideshow of like this episode, like just have one picture. You know what I'm saying? Like I like it like when no one likes it when. If you're not unless you're like watching a podcast where you're not actually watching the video, people don't want to just look at a still image. You know what I'm saying?
Something needs to happen on screen.
Yeah, something's happening on screen, and I was gonna play the episodes in the background, but it's way too hard. I had no idea how my like Skylanders Academy video wasn't good. Like, only got copyright striked once, and then I got it, and I actually got it back. So now it's fully monetized, but. Yeah, that was a big example of that. It doesn't work. And also, apparently you can't play the Mesmerelda boss battle without getting copyright strike, because in my original version of ranking every level, when I was talking about how like no only boss battle levels count, I had Mesmerelda in the background. That got copyright strikes. And so, I was like, that's interesting. That's so interesting. Because I had every single soundtrack from every single level in that. None of that got copyright strike. The video of Mesmerelda got copyright strike. Which I just found that so odd.
Yeah, that's very odd. I heard another SkyTuber commented in one of my videos. I think it was Sky Slicer, and he said that the music from Spyro's Adventure, Giants, and I think Swap Force is royalty free, but the
Yeah,
rest of the games
the
is
rest,
not. Is
yeah.
that your understanding too?
Yeah, but the thing is, I think it's because I did play like the music as background music, and you could barely even hear it, and mainly my voice was over it. That's why I didn't get copyright strike. I know a good few soundtracks from Imaginators are actually copyright strike. I think Golden Arcade has one that is copyright strike, and I think Mushroom Rivers is too. But yeah,
Okay.
it is what it is, you know. But how's your like upload schedule? You upload once a week, right? But like, how much time do you actually spend on making those videos? Do you know, like, because usually it takes me about a day or two to write a script, record it, edit the video. How about you?
I think it would take me a little. Once I got the routine in, now it goes much quicker than it did a couple of months ago. But it's still quite a lot of time because I don't have a lot of spare time because I have children too. So I do all my YouTube stuff when they go to bed, and that could be like 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And also I need time to play the games because if I don't have anything to talk about in my videos. So that's a big dilemma for me. That's why it took me like 3 or 4 months to complete Spyro's Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And also when I write scripts, because English isn't my first language, and I want my what I said just to sound up to par with what I expect from myself. So I spend a lot of time writing scripts, so that can take some time for me. Each time takes a couple of hours to write one script for like an 8-minute video.
Oh yeah.
And the editing, it varies. I used to like to edit my videos quite a lot. So if I have a lot of different gameplay sessions, it can be some editing. But I know about you because when I think of an idea of a video, I sort of edit it in my head. I sort of know, then I'm gonna play that character on that level, and I'm gonna play that character, and then I'm gonna cut to myself. And is that the same with you? Do you have your like entire video in your head before you start to work on it?
I don't have like one editing style. You know what I'm saying? All my videos can be edited very differently. So like when I'm making a video, I'll be like, do I want this to be a more funny video or a more discussion-based video? And with Expensive Scoundrels, I try to make that more of a comedic video, and that's why it is. So like when I'm writing the script, I know like, okay, is it supposed to be funny? Is it supposed to be like informative? The iceberg video, that's informative. That's not supposed to like have a lot of jokes in it, but like I said, Expensive Scoundrels, it's supposed to be funny. So I take that into account, and I kind of do have like at least some sort of picture in my head of what I want that end product to look like. So I usually, like while I'm making this script, I'm like, okay, wait, do I want to add this? Like, how much editing will that take? I do like to edit my videos to a good amount to some extent because I don't want them to just be boring, pictures of gameplay. I want them to, have something in them. So yeah, when I'm making the script for my videos, which actually script making could be the longest process for me since I can edit stuff relatively fast. It actually I don't know what it is. It's probably called something, but for me, it's really hard to like get my idea and put it into words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure, of course, I understand.
For me, so like I know what I want to say, but sometimes I just don't know how to put it into words. So that's kind of hard for me sometimes. That's why script, making probably might be the longest process for me. I mean, the script for every level rank took months to make. That took literal months to make.
Yeah, yeah, I can understand that. You talked about that in the last podcast, right?
Mean, yeah, and so but then one day I wrote like 20 levels in a day, and I was like, wow. But yeah, for me, script writing is like the longest. What's the longest process for you? The gameplay, editing, script writing. What's the longest process for you?
I would agree. I think I'm quite confident it's script writing for me as well. Mm-hmm. And second to that, I think it's the editing. The recording usually goes quite fast for me because I have a pretty good idea about what I want to record. If I want to record about a specific level, I've always played that level before, so I know what sections I should press record on my capture card and stuff like that. Yeah. So I would agree with you. I think it's script writing.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys don't know, most YouTubers, their videos are scripted. Just saying, guys.
I think
that's just how it is. Most videos, except reaction videos, usually they're scripted. But yeah, most videos YouTubers upload are scripted because we can't just remember. Actually, it took me a while to all my ranking videos, all my stuff like that before maybe January of this year. weren't scripted. That was totally impromptu, which is weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like my first video, every Skylanders game ranked. That was totally impromptu. Like,
really?
Yeah, it was 100% impromptu, and all my like ranking videos were that. And like people started saying, "You need to make a script, dude." And I was like, "You're right, I do, I do." And so I started making scripts, and that's kind of actually where my channel kind of changed. If you guys, I think my YouTube channel it definitely has like two eras of it. I know like the YouTube channels go through eras. I think mine right now has like two eras of it. I like to call the first year from like April 2020, kind of like January of this year, the gameplay era. Most of my videos were gameplay videos. I was like, doing locks. I was doing like the soldier. I was doing all that, and it wasn't really working. I had gotten like 700 subscribers, so it was obviously working. But
yeah, sure.
I was like, I don't know, like I want to do something different. So in January, I actually said this in like one of my Skymist videos. I want to start making more ranking videos, more discussion videos. So that's why there was such a big content shift in January, where I've kind of, at least right now, stopped making gameplay videos entirely. I started making more discussion videos. I started making more, I guess, discussion videos, podcast kind of, and that's where my channel kind of blew up. Now I'm at 7,000 subscribers. Before I started that, I was at 700 subscribers, So I think there's definitely like two different eras on my channel. Gameplay era, and I would call this video the editing era. What about you? Do you think you have eras of your channel that are very, very distinguishable between each other?
Yeah, since I started making Skylanders content, I think it was in March this year, and before that I made I could clearly see that it's a good opportunity to talk about retention rate. That's a YouTube term. Mm-hmm. A retention rate is essentially how much of your video that your viewers watch. Mm-hmm. So if your retention rate is 20% on average on a particular video, it means your viewers watch 20% of that video. Mm-hmm. And you will never get to 100%, but being above 40-50%, I think is a quite good number.
That's good.
So I don't know if you agree with me. Of course, you can.
No, I agree. I think I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Because when I made tutorials about Disney Infinity, my videos were usually show some cool stuff that you can create by using the methods I'm about to show you, and then I cut to the editing process. Okay, here's how you do it. Everything was scripted, everything was edited, it went quite fast. My videos were never longer than 10 minutes, but I got a low retention rate because I figured that people in that game, they wanted to watch the cool stuff. They didn't care too much about how to actually do it. They just wanted to watch it. Maybe they didn't play the game anymore. They just wanted to, watch some gameplay and this cool stuff you can do. Mm-hmm. So when I started making Skylanders content, my retention rate became much better. Mm-hmm. People just seemed to be interested in what I had to say about it. I was new to the whole franchise, and I was very open with that. I asked for tips about Skylanders. I asked my viewers what Skylanders I should try. I sort of just. I was very open with, I'm new to this game, please help me. Of course, it's partly fishing for comments, obviously, but I really wanted to know stuff about the game. And I got a bunch of Skylanders I don't think I would have bought if I didn't have them suggested by my viewers and the people who commented. So I'm very thankful for that. Mm-hmm. And what was the initial question? Yeah, how you go if I have different eras to measure? Yeah, I would say I think I'm on the same era as when I started making Skylanders content. I think in my same era. Maybe it will change in the future. Who knows? What I would like to do is to be more comfortable in making sort of unedited gameplay sessions. That is sort of, maybe I can edit them to be shorter, but I don't want to have a script because that will allow me to push out content more quickly, more than once or twice a week. It's about what I do now. Yeah. So maybe that will be an era in the future.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the gameplay era of me was actually probably harder on me just because I was making bulk videos. I was doing it all the time, always gameplay, and it kind of made me hate Skylanders. Like I was like so sick of Skylanders because I was just playing the games every single day. No matter how good a game is, if you play it every single day, you're gonna get bored of it. And I was not in a good place at the time with doing that.
Yeah, and you said it. Yeah, I guess that was a good. I think it was a very wise decision not to upload content every day. I don't think that would hurt your channel in any way, shape, or form. I think it's
And I mean,
much better because you get the rest you need to produce quality content when you get to upload videos.
Yeah, and that's what I like. I like having my own schedule. While
Yeah.
I'm still usually working on a video every single day, I'm not uploading a video every single day, which is not stressful. I'm not just writing a paragraph or a script. I'm just edited a tiny bit of a video. You know what I'm saying? And that's way better than waking up every single day. Like, let me go record this, let me go record that, and that's why I kind of stopped vlogs because I didn't want to make them. I was at the point where I was like, I was only making vlogs because I thought I had to. I had to like.
Yeah. Okay.
And I just didn't want to do. That's why I kind of just canceled vlogs on the channel. That's why I kind of just canceled gameplay videos on the channel. And they always underperformed anyway, so you guys didn't want to see them anyway. So why not stop? So I mean, that's why I kind of stopped doing those. And obviously, my discussion videos do way better. And even though Skylander Survivor underperforms, I still enjoy making these videos. So that's why I do make those videos. But even though I would like it if all my videos performed at least the same quality, but I do. Yeah, I think that I definitely have two areas of my channel, and I don't know why I thought I should upload every single day. But actually, my first plan when I first started making channels, upload once a week. That definitely didn't happen. I made my first video and stuff like that. That's it. This is something I really wanted to talk about. Do you have any videos that you were planning on making but eventually scrapped and you probably won't make them now? Because there's a couple for me.
Yeah, it is. Let me try to think of something. Let me think about a Skylanders video.
Or really just any video here. While you're thinking, I'll do mine first.
Yeah, okay.
My second ever video I was going to do was ranking every single trap.
Okay.
And I wasn't making a script for that video. I just downloaded the picture of every single trap, put it on my computer, and I was ready, and I was like, I'm going to do this. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to play Trap Team. I'm going to record the entire game for that. And I did. It was cool.
Yeah, okay.
How about you?
Yeah, I think the one that comes to mind is maybe some Disney Infinity content. Not that there is a Disney Infinity community that's active. It's not just as big as the Skylanders community. Mm-hmm. And it's sort of, to make Disney Infinity content, you have to create the stuff. It adds another dimension to the whole video making process, because you have to add a bunch of hours of actually creating what you're about to show. So there's a couple of those that I'm not entirely sure that I will make. I did one of my early videos after I started making Skylanders content. I did some character overviews for the characters for Disney Infinity, the one that came later with the 3.0 edition. Those are quite rare, so I thought that video would draw some attention. And it performed okay, so I might get back to that. But right now I can't think of a particular. I'm sure there's one or two, but I can't think of any particular Skylanders video that I didn't get around to make. Sometimes it's like this for me, though it's on the same topic almost. I have an idea about a bigger video, not on the scope of your ranking every level, but you said the ranking every level video took a long while for you to make. So I guess it was always there, but then you thought, I can't make this video, work on this video right now because I have to upload another video tomorrow. So everything got pushed into the future all the time. So I have maybe one or two bigger projects that I hope I will make. I just have to free the time. Is it like that with you when you have an idea for a bigger video that you sort of get pushed a little bit into the future all the time because you want to upload stuff continually?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened with the Every Level Ring. Started in December 2020, and I was working too hard on it actually, and I wasn't making regular videos, and I was like, what's more important for me? Make this one big video, and I'm gonna take like a month off just to make it, or kind of push back every now and again, and eventually make it, but still have a consistent upload schedule. That was more important for me. And eventually, I pushed it back enough, and I was like, okay, I'll work on it a bit every single day, but I'm still gonna mainly focus on my regular
Yeah.
uploads, and that's how that came to be. And I'm pretty proud of the project.
Yeah, it worked out for you.
Yeah, it did. And there's no video right now. I think I can say that I've been pushing back for a while to maintain a regular upload schedule. It was going to be Ranking Every Academy episode until I couldn't do that anymore.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
stop that. Let me think. I mean, I guess there was there was this one video, I guess, that kind of got. Well, it wasn't a video; it was a series. It was going to be like a gameplay series. I forgot what it was called, but I kind of pushed it back. And then I got to the point where I stopped making gameplay series, and I just never did it. But there's never been like a video that I thought would be too hard to make, and I didn't even try.
No, I don't think it's that for me
Like
either.
what do you think was the what was the hardest video for you to make or like edit? Like, was it like a long video, or like maybe just because it was so boring to make, but you were dedicated to making it at that point? Well, how about that?
It might be some of my earlier Skylanders videos. I think it might be. I did a video where I think it was called "Why the Control Scheme in the Skylanders games Why the Control Scheme in Skylanders Spirits Adventure is so brilliant." And I sort of wanted to take the different aspects of that game. I worked hard to, the pre-editing stuff to work out a good, storyboard for the video. And also to have the right type of gameplay, what character would suit best, what I will say at this part in the script, and stuff like that. I think that might be the video I took the most time to make, actually. I think, it was done 4 months ago.
Yeah, well, no surprise here, guys. My hardest video for me to edit, script write, and record gameplay was none other than Every Level Right. I know, it's so shocking. I recorded every single level from Trap Team to Imaginers. I actually had to borrow gameplay from other people because I don't have a good capture card right now at the time.
Okay.
That's why I didn't record gameplay for Spires Adventure and Giants, and I didn't have Swap Force for the Xbox One at the time. I think 2 weeks after I made that video, I got Swap Force for my Xbox One. But I mean, I don't know. That was so hard to make, but it was so worth it. I think it was so worth it to finally put that out. I was like, yes, this is so amazing. This is
I think so. I definitely think you should be proud. It was a very long video, but it got a lot of views as well and feedback. So I think you succeeded, because making very long videos is always, you're kind of nervous the longer your video are because about how many people will actually watch it to the end. But of course I don't know your retention rate and stuff like that, but it got a lot of views at least, so I think I reckon.
Speaking of errors, I think YouTube itself is going through an error where right now I think a lot of people like watching longer videos. Back when YouTube kind of first started, 10 minutes was a long video. That was like a super long video. Nowadays, like a lot of videos that do good are like long videos that are like 40 minutes long, 50 minutes long. I think YouTube's going through that era right now, where long videos are really appreciated by the YouTube community and get a lot of views. I don't know where YouTube will go next. There used to be a gameplay era where almost all the content was gameplay videos. Those did really well. Right now, I think YouTube's going through an era where long videos are doing pretty good.
Maybe so. If people can watch everywhere, I'm sure people maybe have 2 or more screens on at the same time. They listen about. They sort of some videos are made like a podcast. Like you don't even need to watch the screen all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess some of my longer videos did well. I consider like 20 minutes a long video for me. I think my most viewed video, which actually, thank you guys for this. My most viewed video just hit 100,000 views, so that's pretty cool.
Which one was that?
That was showing prototype designs from every single game. I'm actually gonna look it up. And so thank you guys for that. I don't know how that one did so good. It's only like 14 minutes long, but that one did really good for the channel.
I think it's unique. I don't think anyone has done that before. I also think the stuff you did about how the Skylander boy and girl, what they do, what they look like today, and I think no one has really done that before.
Yeah, and
I think it's
what happened to the man that owned every single Skylander? The
yeah,
Florida Power TV video. That one did insane. That one was so good for the channel. I don't know why it did so. I actually wasn't expecting that one to be good. I wasn't, because I thought this kind of boring girl video would do really good because more people know about them. But what happened to the man that owned every single Skylander did way better. That one blew Skylander Boy and Girl out of the water. That one's right now sitting at 88,000 views, and Skylander Boy and Girl is sitting at 16,000 views. I mean, I consider both of those a good amount of views for a video, 16,000. But
yeah, definitely.
I like that one gained attraction really quick, and that's just how it is with YouTube. You don't know what's gonna happen. You could just upload a video expecting not that much from it, and it blows up. Same thing. The reason why I think I am where I am right now, sitting at 7,000 subscribers, is because of showing prototype designs from all games. Video did extremely well, as you guys know, hit 100,000 views. YouTube is just like a lottery sometimes, where you could get really lucky one day, and just get a really popular video. That's how it happens with most YouTubers. It's like a very sudden incline in subscribers. If you look at YouTube channels over time, most of them aren't like a steady going up and down. There's usually one point where it just goes up in viewer count and subscriber count, and that's kind of what happened after showing prototype designs from all games.
Yeah, I think it's great that you did that sort of video, because I think no one has done that before, and many people are interested in that. Not only people who play Skylanders now, it's also people who used to play Skylanders but they quit 5 years ago. They're still interested in that sort of stuff.
Yeah, they're still interested in that, and that's what I want to try to make videos of, where people who like Skylanders can be interested in this, but people who may not even be into Skylanders could still be interested in this. So what happened to the man that owned every Skylander? I think that's a video that more than that people that aren't necessarily Skylanders fans can watch, or what happened to Skylander Boy and Girl. That was a massive YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to necessarily be a Skylanders fan to watch that video. I mean, explaining the Skylanders iceberg, that was my third most viewed video. I think you don't have to necessarily be a Skylanders fan to watch it. I've watched multiple Mario iceberg videos, and I'm not even that big of a Mario fan, and I still watch them because I find them interesting. Especially when you get down to the bottom of the iceberg, I find them very interesting. Scrapped Skylanders, that video did pretty well for me too. I think that you don't necessarily have to be a Skylanders fan to watch it. I watch a bunch of videos about scrapped content or lost media. I've actually been thinking about doing a lost media Skylanders video, but I just can't find enough lost media Skylanders things. So that's kind of where I am with me. What's your most popular video that did really good really fast? Do you have any video that just really helped out your channel that did fairly well?
Yeah, it was interesting that you ask. One video I did when I knew I wanted to move on from Disney Infinity, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I did a video about PlayStation Now, the streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called PlayStation Now in 2021, why it's worth it. It sort of didn't take off immediately, but it got a steady stream of viewers because people were interested in PlayStation Now. So that video got me a lot of views. It's 7,000 views now. My channel, it might be worth mentioning, my channel is not as big as yours. I'm at 700 subscribers at the moment.
Still a good channel, guys.
But,
go watch.
Thanks a lot. But compared to relative to my channel size, it was a very successful video. But then again, it didn't get me a lot of subscribers because I didn't have a lot of content related to PlayStation Now.
Yeah.
And also, one other video is getting into Skylanders in 2021. The first video I did after I just bought some Skylanders stuff. I just more or less wanted to address my current Disney Infinity viewer base that, I play Skylanders now, just so you guys know. And that video sort of flew. It's at 5.4k views at the moment, which is also very, very much relative to my channel size. So I think that video is what made my channel take off to the level that it is right now. That video, it's fun to watch your old videos and compare them to the ones you make now.
Oh yeah, definitely. But especially when you're the YouTuber yourself. I am my biggest critic most of the time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think so.
I'm definitely my biggest critic. I'm always saying oh, this wasn't good enough, that wasn't good enough. I actually one of a video that I actually worked hard on, which was gaming characters that could have been guest stars and Scounders. That video totally flopped for me. For me, since obviously it'd be a good video for you, got like 1,900 views, but for me, that isn't that good with my standards, with how big my channel is. But
Yeah, of course. But you need to try stuff.
Yeah, you got to try stuff. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it doesn't work. That's just how YouTube is. It's a big lottery. And even if your videos do get a lot of views, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna get a bunch of subscribers. You can get a video that gets 1 million views, but you could gain only 1,000 subscribers from that. Because it just all depends on what type of video it is, and if it makes people intrigued to watch you, or you're just like, oh, this is a cool video that I'll watch once, but I don't really watch any of their content after that.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, I guess Prototype Design Scounders did pretty good for the channel. It got me to 1,000 subscribers, so obviously that worked out for me, you know?
Yeah.
But I just kind of always have to test stuff out. I tested gameplay videos for way too long, and then I finally realized that they weren't going to work anymore, so I stopped doing gameplay videos, and that's why my channel is doing relatively good right now. So you always,
I think so.
You always got to try stuff out.
I think so too. Do your hard work with your scripts is what different. I think that's why you. Let's not mention too many other SkyTubers, but I think you and the Crypt Crusher, you get a lot of views.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some other SkyTuber have more subscribers than you guys, but you get the most views at the moment, I think.
Yeah, I think me and Crypt Crusher do consistently, I should say, get the most at least for Skyner videos, because Tui Me is technically a SkyTuber, and she has 18,000 subscribers, but a Musu video, which has 1 million views, isn't a Skylander video. So I think right now, me and Crypt Crusher might be the ones that get consistently the most views, because Crash of Scounds right now, even though he does have more subscribers than me, his videos, he has like 12,000. His videos aren't doing the best right now. I mean, I wish him all luck in the world, because I love Crash of Scounds. But I think right now, and also Quartermaster, I think he could be making a lot of views right now, but he just isn't uploading right now.
Yeah, I'm sure he has other stuff to do in his life.
He's in right now, so
yeah, okay. Yeah,
that's I'm really scared for that right now. I'm about to go back to school, you know. Literally in 2 days. On Monday I go back to school. If you guys don't know, we're recording this on the 14th. On Monday I go back to school. So I'm like, oh no, what's gonna happen to my channel? Because most of my channel was made, or like my videos are made while I was at home. Because I started the channel in April
you mentioned that,
2020, and lockdown happened like a month after. And most of my videos, basically my entire channel, has been where I've had a lot of time on my hands. And, you know, now I'm not going to have all that time on my hands. But I think that I think it actually might be a good thing. And here's why. Because I definitely slack around when it comes to making videos sometimes. I definitely like when I had nothing to do, I could be making a video. I don't. I feel like since I have a tighter schedule, that will make me want to make more, like work harder on videos, knowing that, I won't be like, a lot of times I'm like, I can just do this later. When I'm back at school, I'll probably be in the mindset of, I can't do this later, I gotta do this now. So it actually could up the channel. We'll see.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to think about the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And also, education. Now I become a teacher all of a sudden. But education is important, and even though you reduce your upload frequency, you should be proud of what you have accomplished with this channel.
So far, I mean, I never thought I'd be at 7,000 subscribers. Only about 1 year.
I mean, because I see this all the day when I talk to people your age. They have a lot of dreams. They want to have fancy cars. They want a lot of money. But people forget that you need to work to get that kind of stuff. You need to put in the hours. You need to do stuff. You need to have it, and it's not always fun. You know,
yeah, it's not always fun.
No, it's not. Sometimes it's not fun to write a script at 1:30 in a.m. It's not fun to edit videos day after day after day. But you have to do that to accomplish something, and that's what you have done. You have put in the work to get to where you are right now, and you should be proud of that.
Well,
And
thank you
if
very
you,
much.
no, not at all. It's well deserved. So if you
Yeah.
want to focus on your to your last years of high school, that's perfectly fine. You can still upload, but if your frequency is reduced, I'm very confident that your
Yeah.
viewers will understand.
Yeah, I mean, and speaking of like staying up till 1 a.m. to like, make a video, I've been up very late a lot of times
Yeah.
when it comes to making video. Every Skynet level rank, I started, I finished the rest of that video in one day. Like I was like, I need to finish this video today. I was up at 9 a.m. that day, and I finished that video 7 a.m. the next day. I was working on that video. Like I wanted to get it out like relatively soon. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have saved that till the 10th anniversary of Skylanders. But I mean, I'll just figure out another video to make for the 10th year anniversary of Skylanders. So yeah, we'll see what happens for that one.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. It's the same with me. I can't stay up that late because then I won't have the energy to take care of my two little kids. But I go to bed for what is late for me, and I have lost count of the times I've dropped my iPad on my face because I fell asleep in the middle of answering YouTube comments or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of harder to answer a lot of YouTube comments nowadays since I do get more than I used to. Like when I was like smaller, I was like I need to answer every single comment and heart every single comment. Now I don't really do that as much, but it doesn't mean I don't read the comments. I do read the comments to get feedback on videos. To see
of course. You couldn't possibly answer to all the comments you get. I can still do it. I guess hopefully I'll get to the point where I'm big enough where hopefully I won't be able to answer all the comments one day. But yeah, I think you know what I meant.
I mean, comments were made to be replied to, but I mean.
Then you wouldn't. Yeah, then you couldn't. Then you could upload one video a month if you answered all your comments. But I'm at that point that I really need to, because if someone comments my videos, I need to respond, because if I don't respond, why should they comment on my next video? I'm at that point still. I need to take care of my viewer base.
Yeah, I mean, comments are really useful because with the Skylander ranking or Skylander video, like people really love that video. They were really like commenting like really nice things about the video, so it's nice to get positive feedback from the thing you worked on for such a long amount of time,
Yeah, that's a.
I mean, people were like saying, "Oh, bro, I respect you so much for this." I was like, "Oh, thanks." It was like, I don't know. It's kind of a weird feeling, I guess. But after working on it for so long, people actually.
No, I guess it's not weird because anyone thinking about becoming starting a YouTube channel, it's addictive. I don't know if do you agree with me?
I agree.
Yeah, you check the YouTube app all the time on your phone. How many views have I got now?
Oh yeah.
Did someone comment?
I'm always like looking at see if my channel's has the green arrow above it or the red arrow right next to it, which means it's if it's doing good or not. Usually it has a green arrow on it, but I mean, there have been times where a video did really bad, and I'm like, oh, no. I was like,
yeah, and is that the same with you? Because sometimes, oh my god, this video didn't do too well, I'm not going to do this anymore. But then you get a comment on another video, someone like, oh, great content, I like the video, keep it up. And then, okay, I'm going to make another video. Has that happened to you as well?
I know it's really cringy from YouTubers oh, you guys comment such nice things, it keeps you going, but it's 100% true,
Yeah.
And it also when YouTubers thank you for milestone subscriber, it's always kind of corny, but it really does mean a lot to us when we do. When I hit 5,000, I was like, oh my god, 5,000 individual people looked at my channel and thought I was good enough for them to watch my videos. It's crazy. 5,000 people, even though there's people with 100 million subscribers, 5,000 people is still a lot of people. Or 7,000 people is a lot of people. 700 people
definitely
is a lot of people. It's crazy.
I understand the feeling. I think that's why I keep doing this, because if I didn't do a YouTube channel, I'd probably. Yeah, I try to work out as much as possible, but in the evenings I would probably play video games, and that is all fun. Everyone should play video games as much as they can. But when you do this, it sort of feel like you are accomplishing something. You are affecting people. It might not just be a couple of hundred people, but you are affecting people's lives, at least a short amount of their life, all
Yeah,
over the world.
yeah,
And
that's what I do YouTube for.
it's a great feeling.
I like to treat my YouTube channel like a TV channel, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
Okay.
just kind of gamer TV. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a really cool thing that you can make videos and like people now being a YouTuber is a job. That's a job that you can have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like 15 years ago, whenever when YouTube was made, that was like not even like a question. Like, no, you can't do that. But now you can really do YouTube for a living. And now where I'm at the point where I'm not going to say much money, but I do make a disclosed amount of money from YouTube. It's like I'm doing this as a hobby, but I'm also making some money off it as well. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of cool.
Of course.
Because I this was always a hobby for me, right? It was never anything more than that, at least for me. It was never really looked as a side gig or something. I always looked at YouTube as a hobby, which it is. It still is a hobby. I mean, I still enjoy doing it. I still enjoy making content, and I still I just enjoy editing videos. That's why I really enjoy doing YouTube, because I love editing videos.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. It shows in your content that you do.
What do you think about editing videos? That's probably like the biggest thing for YouTubers. Like people even hire editors for their videos. Do you like editing videos, your own videos?
Yeah, I sort of and I kind of enjoy it. I usually I think editing the videos is much more fun than recording the script, I guess.
Probably.
Yeah. And yeah, it's a great thing to see everything come together the way you wanted it to.
And like when you're an editor, you're completely in control of how the video is made and stuff like that. So you can make it whatever you want to be, So it's really fun editing the videos.
Yeah, definitely.
But
and it's sort of open. Yeah, go ahead.
No.
I just said that all the YouTube editing stuff. It's opened my eyes. The casual YouTube video, you see everyone saying, "Hey guys, I just casually turned on my camera right here," but that's like take 7 or something.
Yeah.
Because that all the certain parts you need to get right to make a good video.
And also, like, I mean, especially when you have like big production videos, people watch it, they might not necessarily know how long this take to make. Like, I'm making a Minecraft Survivor series, I uploaded the video of casting for it. We have the cast actually now. We're gonna record it eventually, but that's gonna take forever to edit. You know what I'm saying? And I think people will kind of just take for granted sometimes, like, how long it actually does take to make even like one video.
Yeah, because see, some of your videos, I think it was the video about Swap Force being mediocre or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You had a section that you sped up to 8,000 times the original speed or something. Mm-hmm. So that was a very long recording session, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had to speed Swap Force level up like 8,000 times to prove my point of how long Swap Force levels are.
Yes.
And I don't know. I think honestly, if you can do YouTube as like a full-time job, that is a dream job. It's like one of the best jobs you can have if you are able to have a job, is being a YouTuber, because you can do whatever you want really with that.
Exactly.
Or I guess too could be a dream job as well, because that's basically like being a YouTuber, but it's just live.
Yeah, I would agree. It would be a great full-time job.
I mean, I guess that's kind of what I'm working towards now. I still don't consider YouTube a job right now, but it'd be cool. I do think that, though, if I did want to make YouTube my full-time job, I would have to upload more than Skylanders videos. But who knows? Maybe Skylanders will come back and everyone can make a full-time living off of uploading Skylanders videos.
Yeah, maybe so. But I think the ceiling is not reached. I think there's potential to grow bigger about Skylanders, because
I think there's a ceiling when it comes to Skylanders content.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, then we come to talk about how many. Let me think of the right words. The competition and the viewer base. For example, if you want to make a Fortnite YouTube channel, then you have a lot of viewer potential, but you also have a lot of competition. So it's really hard to penetrate that wall.
Yeah.
And when you make Skylanders videos, you have a smaller viewer base, but not much. I'm not saying the competition is poor. I'm just saying there are not as many people making
Yeah.
Skylanders
I mean,
videos.
yeah, that's why it is. That's why I didn't want to make a YouTube video about stuff that's oversaturated. With Fortnite, you have the potential to have a video that does really well, but there's just so many other people making Fortnite videos every single day of the week, you know, that
Yeah, of course.
competition. And when you're only at like 1 subscriber, it's really hard to grow. With Skylanders, yeah, there might be less of a viewer base, but you're at least guaranteed to do better, at least starting off, than if you were to make a Fortnite channel, because there is as much competition and more people are going to see your videos. Because when you type in Skylanders in the YouTube search bar, you're going to get Skylander Boy and Girl, and then you're going to probably find someone else, you know?
Of course, and also you know a lot of stuff about Skylanders. I'm talking about you now as a content creator, and you're also very passionate about the Skylanders game. So it's easy for you to push out content and talk about interesting things, and you need that too, of course.
Yeah. Yep. I 100% agree, but I think that's where we're gonna end off this podcast, guys. Oh wow, this podcast is way longer than I thought it was. Anyway, guys, go subscribe to Comic Kingdom. His description. I mean, his not description. His link for the channel is in the description below. But anyway, guys, if you guys have enjoyed this episode of the monthly podcast about YouTube and behind the scenes things, whatever it ended up being, and thank you guys for watching.